Bing. We're live. It's the Modern Valor Scrum. We've got Brent and Will and Sam. And Brent was in first. Brent, how are things going with you?
Yep, good, thank you, as usual. So what have I got planned for today and the weekend? So yeah, I need to finish off week 3 of the MOOC. So some more reading, some more lectures to watch, and then hopefully the homework. Got the MOOC mob at 3 o'clock today, which I will be attending. From a point of view of projects, I want to add some more tables to the charity API, and also I've got a few tickets that I want to work on local support, the main one being the embedded map click tracking.
Right.
So no blockers, and yeah, just looking forward to getting on with it. So, cool.
Yes. I had a thought in my mind, as you add more tables to the charity thing, are you adding the foreign key relations in the Rails thing, or you're just adding them individually at the moment?
No, so the plan is to add them all individually. Once they've all been added, then then maybe that's something we'll look at in my next pairing session.
That sounds great.
Yeah,
good stuff. Excellent, thank you, Brent. No blockers, fantastic. Will, how are things going with you?
Really good. I have been writing tests, writing documentation, pushing code, and also I figured out a nice way to make a very basic but more importantly understandable interface.
Yay.
Which I figured out is just to look at the code and look at what it does and just summarize what it does, and then just provide really just an interface to use the function. If does that make sense? I don't know, but if you have a look now at the pay page, I think you'll find it's more easy to understand.
Yeah. Well, I've got it up, and maybe we can have a look at it together at the end of the Scrum.
Sure. Yeah, it's just about being more direct, really. Yeah, and that's I really enjoy doing that style of developing where everything's really direct. So that's it. Yeah, I'm ready to roll. Wonderful.
So no blockers?
No.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
All right. That brings on to me. So this morning, yes, I've just been pairing with Ryder on the Paranoids project, do Phoenix and JavaScript, with a very strange JavaScript issue that we've got to the bottom of, and just it's all about the way in which we check for something not existing, and that being a very sensitive thing, and whether you have the undefined as a keyword or in quotes. And for our situation, undefined needed to be in quotes for everything to work. So there we go. I've also been working on website 1. I've actually emailed and been reaching out to the VCR folks. This is the network caching gem, to sort of ask about how they cope with making that sort of setup for projects understandable, and suggesting this. Could you have some kind of Dependabot thing that would regularly delete cached files for you after they had aged a certain amount, in order to sort of keep a handle on keeping your network cache files up to date. And I started into refactoring that was aimed at trying to improve which Slack channels get pinged, and I've realized that I may have to do some refactoring before I make progress. So I'm a little, I want more time in the day to clear things up. So much to clean up. But yeah, not blocked. So we've got the React mob coming up at the top of the hour. We've got the MOOC mob coming up at the top of the hour after that. And yes, and then also that will be the website 1 meeting after that. I've got a couple of new people who should be getting involved, fingers crossed. Yeah, so that's our Scrum, unless there's anything else that we need to sort out right now.
No, I have a question about was it Peronauts you said?
Yes.
Yeah, is that the project you mentioned maybe a few weeks ago, where it's building a service so you can find a pairing partner, you just literally click the service and it starts an hangout, and then other people can join?
Yes. The idea is that in the same way that games like League of Legends and World of Warcraft and everything, just you come online and you're just in a waiting room, and there's a number, for those of you need 10 people to kind of be just inserted into the game. Pairing, it would just be 2. So you kind of come on, and you could just be, if you're putting yourself into the queue, then it will, as soon as there's a pair partner, you'll both be dropped into a Jitsi because the Hangouts doesn't have an API, and then you can just start pairing. And if we could get enough people using it, then you could start to be like, you'd be adding yourself to the Ruby pairing queue or the JavaScript pairing queue, and you could have like preset cutters that you would be pairing on, or what have you. But it feels like if you could make it slick and smooth enough, and make at least initially the sort of simple pairing tasks that you work on, you could kind of gamify the whole thing.
Yeah, no, it sounds really interesting. Yeah, cool.
So we're working with it's Phoenix and WebSockets and stuff, and we have a little prototype. So
cool.
Oh, that's a fun. Yeah, that's a good. We've talked about that before, I think, haven't we, Salah? That's a really good. It's a great project.
Yeah.
It's yes. Although the last thing I could really do is afford to start a new project. But yes, there's a Paranauts channel, and Ben is also, who's just joined the Premium Mob. He's quite interested in it. So yeah, definitely
good name as well.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we
awesome.
have. Yeah, I've got the domain as well from a while. We did. There was a Stanford startup engineering course, and we pitched the idea, and we're raising Bitcoin for it back in the day. I don't know if you're familiar with this. It's a very interesting course from Stanford called Startup Engineering, that was run by a guy who had done a biotech startup, and you find it. I think the course is still available online. It had like a lot of really good. It also had. They had like a leaderboard for it. I wonder if I can just find it. Leaderboard. Here we go. Yeah, so this is it was back in 2013. And it was really interesting the way that they talked about the landscape. There you go. Startup MOOC, that was the leaderboard. And so everybody was sort of just pitching things and building them in just like a little template. I mean, a landing page. But then they had, everybody built like a little Bitcoin funder into the front of the thing, and then and so basically the competition was to see how much Bitcoin you could get funded and how much you could get tweeted. If you look down there, number 17, Paranauts.
Cool.
That was back in the day.
Yeah.
Fun. Yeah.
Cool.
All right, but yes, what was I going to say? Yeah, Y has got a new thing here, so we can have a look at it and say, Y is a free and open source payment system that makes sum of each payment something of the payer's choice. The payer decides how much it will be. It tells me to get started. Testing only for now. Get the MetaMask. I want to get it. Give it to me. So we'll go back to the page over there. It's got a fox that looks at me. Goodness me.
Yeah, that's a really cool fox.
That's clearly it's Leicester FC have got involved there.
Yeah.
Checking. MetaMask has been added to Chrome. Okay. So in MetaMask, switch to the Rinkeby network and create an account. Okay. So there's a video that I'm going to clearly. Now, how would I?
So it's added an extension for you.
So I can go to here and I can say which. So I'm pressing the extension. Oh, it's asking me to accept that it's beta software. Okay.
No, you might not. I wouldn't go any further than that because it might show you your seed words here, and you don't want that to be on the stream.
Okay. Well, I'll just move that off to one side then. But having done so, it now the little fox. Oh no, it's coming back. Here we go. All right. Let's just take that off and do that. So I'm clicking accept there. It's asking me to add a password. So this is the kind of thing that you could conceivably do is have screenshots of these things, not necessarily on the home page, but on a in another document. I mean, I've got it set up so that whenever I take a screenshot in Mac, it what does it do? It automatically puts it on the clipboard for me. So I find it very easy to make, and I can just then paste it into a markdown document, and I can very quickly make things that work like that. So it's now, I'm going back to try and put the password. Right, new password. Okay. Right, so then it's got right, my MetaMask seed words.
This may take a while. That's I don't know how much time you have, because you've also got to get some test ether, and that takes a little bit of time as well.
Okay. Well, I'm certainly interested in getting it as there. Okay, so I'm then, well, the seed words. I'm here.
Yeah.
I've got, annoyingly, so the Fox thing disappears each time that I. But yeah, so I've got an account here.
Okay, cool.
So I'm there. So I go back to the over here, and so now I need to switch to the Rink. So I've created an account. Do I need to be in the Rink? Am I automatically in the Rinkeby network, or?
No, have a look at the window again, and it shows you at the top left what network you're on.
Main network.
Yeah.
Rinkeby test network.
Yeah.
Aha. So I'm in the Rinkeby test network. So get some test ether from the faucet.
Yeah. Now this is important. This might be important, and it's good that you've. So actually create a new account on the Rinkeby network. So go back to the MetaMask, and
presumably I could click the Fox on. I don't need to be on this page particularly.
No, it's just an extension.
So on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think if you click on the top right where there's the man.
Yes.
You can create a new account.
Just trying to lock the stream onto. Oh, go on. So that if it comes up the recording. So we're clicking on the man. You know, on the man or the Fox.
On the man, on the switchy man.
There we go.
Create an account, and that's definitely
fully
on that network.
Okay.
Yes.
So then, if I want to do something with the faucet, what do I do here?
So it says social network URL containing your Ethereum address. So copy your address, which if you click on the dot, copy address.
It's a clipboard.
Yeah, and then but now you need to make a gist and paste that address into it. All the instructions are there on that page.
Okay. Like
I think.
But it's in the social network URL.
Yeah, it's not saying about gists anymore.
No, presumably gist will still work if I
have a go. Yeah, and see if it does, because that's better, and I'll put that in the README.
So this would be the thing, and this would be test ether address.
Yeah.
File name. I'm just going to put ether address text and test ether address, and create a public.
Pick a public and then paste that URL.
That URL, and so now I've lost which page I'm on. This page here, like that. Okay, and now I say give me ether.
Yeah, and just do the quickest one.
Yeah, so that says like, so within 8 hours. Oh, GitHub authentication discontinued at the official request of GitHub.
That's annoying. Okay,
but so I mean, I think the other thing I can then do is I could just make a tweet. Oop. Oh.
Okay. So you just paste the.
So I take the ether address here.
Yeah.
And I pop this into here.
Yep.
Like so. And so that's then tweeted, and then so something's happening there. I don't know what it is.
Oh, there's a loading bar.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, so this is all necessary because people were spamming the old test networks, which is a real shame. So now they've had to go to this thing where you have to kind of prove that you're a real person, i.e. using Twitter.
Yep, no, fair enough. But so that's going on. And so then once that's finished, and maybe that takes some time, I can click on this.
Yeah.
And then,
If you click on that, yeah, it won't. Nothing will happen. That's like a payment link that will take you to Y.
Just click on this to see how you could pay me. So
yeah.
Okay. Oh right.
So I can specify how much ether it would be. So usually I would do that, and then.
Okay.
Have you got the ether?
Yeah, I think I have. It says funded here.
Okay. Cool.
So I've now got ether. So so what we've got here is these three elements here. They are all things that we need to do in order to get some test ether that we can kind of for the demo, right?
Yeah, right.
So one of the things that might help people here is to turn this into like one step with sub elements.
Okay.
To say like what it is that's happening, and I think this relates to sort of programming in general. Is the like this process of sort of documenting things by taking up a level of abstraction.
Yeah.
So I mean the individual details are perhaps less important than what it is that we're achieving by doing these three things.
Yeah, because they might even know a better way to do it themselves. And right.
Conceivably, that's right. And then it also, like, you know, following the steps, we can sort of work out what's going on. Okay, so then having done that, so I'm now here in the situation, and this would be like, so this is your payment page.
Yeah.
Where I can pay things to you.
Yeah.
And this is giving me the option to donate 24% of that to anywhere.
Yes.
And so, I mean, some future thing, this might be you would preset like one of the 3 good causes that you wanted something to go to, or
you can do a preset, but always the option to give to anything, I think, is important. But
sure.
yeah, sure.
But so here now, I mean, at the moment, I've only got one ether address, which is myself.
Yeah.
So I just, for the fun of it, I might as well pop that in there and then pay this. And so now, insufficient balance for transaction.
Oh, it looks like it didn't come through yet.
Or is it, I don't know, can we tell how much I received?
Have a look at your account.
Using this. Can I go back out of the transaction? So this is the account. I've got 0 at the moment. Okay, so at some point, go on.
It hasn't come through yet, has it? You can see that Twitter thing still says a few seconds ago.
Right, yeah, I guess it said funded there previously, and it didn't have Twitter on there. I don't know if it was ready. Anyway, yeah, go on.
It says funded just below, and that's for everybody, I think.
Yeah. No, but previously, this was green, and it said funded. But it wasn't an image of Twitter here. There was an image of like a person's face.
Okay.
But anyway, but no, I think we can wait to see that come through. Yeah, and so so we've got here. This is an example of what a payment interface might look like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
But what was good, I think, is it was clear that you understood that bit there. That it was fairly clear what was going on.
In which bit? Where? This bit here?
This bit here, yeah.
Yes, I mean, if this is sort of a demo to people to show what it is, like it might be good to say explicitly, you know, try donating some of it to yourself, like, because some people will go here like, oh, do I have to go and get another Ethereum address in order to do this? And I mean, also something in here that indicates that this is, I mean, I guess this page here, depending upon what MetaMask account you were logged into, it could be paying you real Ethereum or just test stuff.
Right.
So it might, in order to encourage people to use this and understand it, then having an indication in the page that you're either in test mode or in real ether mode, might like reassure people about, you know, just playing around with it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because it's it's not clear from MetaMask itself necessarily, especially when you're clicking on things, right? You don't want to be clicking. Yeah, okay, yeah, got it.
So yeah, no, that's a few. It's interesting. I mean, I'd also love to get more into the code and see what's going on underneath it, but I should probably go and grab some tea now and get ready for this next mob. But yeah, interesting to see all of that going on and to discover MetaMask. And was it telling me now as well that I should sensibly log out of MetaMask, given that we've now finished testing for the time being?
It's not saying that. You could do.
I thought that was what when we were going through the sign up process, it was suggesting that we should that would be a sensible step.
I didn't see that.
Oh, anyway, but I mean, I haven't given it any information about any real Ethereum that I may or may not have anyway, so I don't imagine that any harm can come from having it. And it's there on the test network, so I guess I will leave it alone for the moment.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what's going on with that test, with that faucet that isn't paying you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I did the tweet. The interesting thing was now coming back to this page here, where previously it was talking about the tweets being in process. If we now come back to
it's all changing, isn't it? There's only one tab open, right? But there's only one tab with Rinkeby, with the faucet.
Yeah. If we go back here, yeah, I still, but it said up to 8 hours. I mean,
okay, yeah, it did for the other one, yeah.
Yeah, so I think let's look at it again on Monday, and we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Cool.
All right. Good to see you, Will.
Thanks for your help, Sam.
Have a lovely day. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.